Hey guys, so I just refinanced my first property and I wanted to walk you through what that means and how it turned out because it was a new process for me as well. So this was my condo, which I purchased in March of 2020. The original purchase price was $184,000 and I did put 20% down with the help of my parents, so $36,800, which meant the original mortgage that I took out on that property was $147,200. 5 years later, so April of 2025, I was up for refinance or renewal. So I could have just renewed the mortgage at a rate that the lender I was with, BMO, offered me at the existing loan, which was $125,000 at that point, or I could refinance it. So I decided to get an appraisal. It did cost a bit of money, which I'll show you on the next screen. The property was appraised at $226. So I bought it for $184, 5 years later, $226. In order to do a refinance and pull money out, you have to leave at least 20% down, at least in this case we did. So I had to leave $45,000 of equity or down payment if I was buying the house in the property. So the max that I could refinance and take a loan for would be $180,000. So with the existing mortgage being just under $125,000, I ended up taking $165,000, not $180,000, because I wanted the property to still cash flow and cover itself. So I ran the math separately on that, but I ended up refinancing for a mortgage of $165,000, which when you subtract the two, the difference is $40,000, which meant I would get that back after fees. Okay, so it did cost money to refinance. Renewing is free, I believe, but refinancing does cost some money. So it was just over $2,000. The majority of that was legal fees, and then there was a mortgage discharge fee because I was switching to a different lender. However, I did get $1,500 back because the new lender offered us to open up a bank account and set up my direct deposit, which then they would pay me back $1,500. So I thought that was worth it. So when all was said and done, I ended up with $39,500 deposited into my personal account. This is a snapshot of what my condo looks like, the kitchen. But if you recall, the original down payment was just under $37,000, and I was able to pull $39,000 out of this property from refinancing it. So essentially now I have a asset that it just breaks even. I set it up to be that way so I don't make any money on it each month, but I have virtually none of my own money left in it, which is pretty cool. So I hope that makes sense to you guys and helps you understand how refinancing works.